When I was a child, I never slept very much. I'd wake up in the pitch darkness, crawl from my bed and play with my toys while being quiet and completely engulfed in the black of the night. I didn't like sleeping. As I would drift, I could feel something watching me. In my mind, it felt like its eyes were searching for me while I was lay stiffly under my quilt, daring not to move. Every night I was haunted by the vision of something lurking in the corner of my room, waiting for me. As I got older, the vision stopped, as I got more wrapped up in just surviving my teenage years. I lived with my parents at the time, and my brother eventually moved out and I took the bigger bedroom. Although it was bigger, the room felt more heavy, with its dark blue walls and green carpets, definitely fit for a teenager going through some angst. The way the bedroom was organised was fairly simple. The bed was against the furthest wall, facing the window, which had blinds and not curtains, and every night you could see the light from the moon or the neighbour's garden lights penetrate through them. One evening I got myself ready for bed, brushed my teeth, put on my PJs and jumped into my single frame bed. I curled up in the fetal position. I began to drift asleep, and then suddenly I felt something, a pressure on the corner of the bed, closest to the window. It felt like someone had sat the whole weight on the corner of the bed. In my dreamlike state, I assumed my parents had come into my room, which was odd because I'd never done that before. Then it dawned on me. My parents, they weren't even home. It was a Friday night. They'd gone out dancing. I was completely alone. I panicked, my body stiffened, and as I moved, the pressure on the end of the bed stayed. I tried to pull the quilt above myself, but I couldn't. It was like it was anchored. I was too afraid to move. So the first thing that ran through my mind was that someone had broken in, but surely not. I would have heard them. My dogs would have barked. Could my parents have come back early? That was the only logical explanation. By this time, I'd booked up enough courage to peer over the duvet. And then I saw it. Stood there, in front of the window, a silhouette. I couldn't fully make it out. It was like it was vibrating, shimmering. It was so dark. The pressure on the end of the bed was no longer there, but whatever it was tall. It had no arms. It was just a blurred, elongated humanoid shape. My gut creased and I whimpered. I threw myself back under the quilt and I whispered to myself, "It was only a dream. It's just a dream. It is literally just a dream." Somehow I managed to fall asleep. The morning came and I gingerly looked out from my warm bed. The room was bare, just the wardrobe and the TV set next to the electric keyboard. As I stood up, I noticed something in the corner of my eye. Towards the corner of the room, beneath the window, there was a discoloured stain that marked the green carpet. I knelt down and I touched it. It was cold and damp. As soon as my fingertip touched the nylon carpet, the hairs on my back immediately stood on end. That feeling came back. The vision of someone watching me. Without showing fear, I stood up and I briskly walked out the bedroom door. That same day, on the evening, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched everywhere I went in the house. I could feel a set of straying eyes burning into me, but it was now time to sleep. I brushed my teeth, put on my PJs. I crawled into bed. That night, I dreamt it was dark and I felt I was being dragged backwards, and then silence. I woke up with the sun beaming on my face. Feeling groggy from my nightmarish dream, I failed to realise that I closed my blinds last night. So why the hell were they open? That didn't come to me until I ate my breakfast and went back to the room to change for the day. So why the hell were they open?